YouTube, what's going on? C back in the building with another one. More sauce, more gems. So check it out, man. This video has been on my mind. It's been on my heart to make this video. I'm gonna tell you guys, particularly my guys who are in their 20s, do not make this mistake that I made. What mistake did I make? Poor decision making, priorities out of whack, looking for validation. Yeah, I was that guy. So check it, man. In my 20s, so from age 20 to 29, I accomplished nothing. Let me say that one more time. From age 20 to 29, I accomplished nothing in regards to my growth, my finances, my goals, nothing. Now, the Most High did bless me with 4 beautiful daughters in those years. And I also found my purpose. I found my purpose in my 20s, all right? But I didn't plan, I didn't execute on my purpose. So let me get into why I made these mistakes and how you can avoid making these same mistakes, all right? So check it. From age 20 to 29, man, your boy was all over the place. I was all over the place, man. I wouldn't say I was lost. I was just, looking for validation, trying to be in the in crowd, making bad decisions, bad relationships with baby mamas, not learning from my mistakes, not really too focused on what I really wanted, and I didn't have my purpose until age 29, which is real estate, which y'all know me for. You know what I mean? So from selling drugs, club hopping, chasing women, going to jail, being a big, y'all think, listen, I have a rebel spirit by nature because I'm a Gemini, but I was a bigger rebel in my 20s. So just being rebellious and just being shallow, being shallow minded, far as, being content and comfortable. I was content and comfortable, So if you in your 20s, you don't have any purpose, you get comfortable, you hanging around the wrong crowd, you mixing and mingling with alcohol and drugs, bad combination, man. In your 20s, you need to take advantage of those years. Those years are golden. Why? Your 20s are golden years. You're at your peak physically. Mentally, you're sharp. And you have all the energy and time. When I look back on my 20s, I'm like, man, I had so much time on my hands. But now it's like I got a lot less time, but I'm focused on my purpose and I'm executing and I'm giving the Most High praise every day. But my time is very limited. When I was in my 20s, y'all, I had all day. I suffered from FOMO, fear of missing out. I felt like I always had to be on the scene. Now, I wasn't no guy really too big into like designer, but I would waste my money, man. I wasn't investing. I definitely didn't buy a house. I tried buying a house at age 29, but I got fired. But that kind of led me towards my purpose. But investing, financial literacy was not there. My nights in my 20s, especially my early 20s, was long nights with my boys, smoking, drinking, chasing women, and doing crazy off the wall shit, man. That was my early 20s. And that's when I got my first child. God blessed me with my first child in my actually at age 19. And then from there, on the back half of my 20s, I started going to college out of high school, dropped out. So on my back half of my 20s, when I got around age 26, I tried to smarten up, and I did smarten up. And I finally got my degree at age 27. So I went back to college and, made my parents happy because they wanted me to get that 4-year degree. But I did a lot of effing up, y'all. Going to jail. I went to jail in my 20s. Again, bad relationships. Listen, young fellas out there, two major things that can be your downfall in your 20s. Getting a felony is one. Thank God I never got a felony. I never got convicted of with being a felon. So that's number one. Number two, getting addicted to drugs or getting into a bad relationship with a woman where you have all these kids out of wedlock, it can sink you. And the felony alone, you're sunk. Your ship is sunk. You can overcome bad relationships and kids out of wedlock. It'll set you back some years, which happened to me. It set me back a few years as far as where I am now, because I can tell you, late 20s, 20, when I got to age 28 and 29, and I looked around, I looked up, and I was like, man, I don't have shit. All I got is a car and a 9-to-5. I don't have no stocks. I don't have a 401k. I don't own a house. I wanted to be a business owner. I had nothing, y'all. I didn't have no money in my bank account. So when I got around age 28, 29 is when I discovered real estate. And once I discovered real estate, I was wise enough to pursue it full force, full-fledged, 1,000%. And here I am 10 years later. So don't make that mistake, fellas. Don't waste your 20s, because you got a lot of time and energy. And more importantly, you could be ahead of the game. You could be ahead of the game, brothers. Brothers in my 20s. I know so many young brothers in their 20s, man, who got their stuff together. They buying houses. They got great careers. They got stock portfolios. They head screwed on right. They're not looking for validation. Their financial literacy, is somewhat competent. They're not into guns and drugs and rap and all that crap. They just focused on improving and bettering themselves and being a person of substance. I feel like, especially in the black community, a lot of men don't have a father, and they just get lost in the streets. Now, fortunately for me, my father was in my life, so I didn't go down that path. I did a lot of bonehead shit, like smoking weed. Now, I wasn't no weed head, but smoking weed here and there, trying to make money illegally, But when men, we're gonna stumble. Boys are curious, so we're gonna get into stuff. Men, we have to stump our head on. We gotta put our hand on that hot stove, like That's how men learn. Even a boy. That's how a boy becomes a man. They gotta fail and then learn from that failure. So don't feel too bad if you made mistakes in your 20s. If you 25, man, you 27, whatever, you 21, and you've made some mistakes, don't feel like it's over, man. Because listen, I started changing my life at age 30, okay? Age 30. It is possible, all right? So don't chase the validation. Don't waste all your money. Try to get a skill. A trade. Start a business if that's what you want to be, entrepreneur. You can change your life, okay? But I will say this, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm going to leave y'all with that. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. What do I mean by that? If you fool around and waste your 20s like me and don't get right financially, you don't elevate, you don't get your fitness right, your health right, you don't make yourself the best version of you, you don't get the right life partner, wife, girlfriend, etc., and you cross into your 30s and you get 35 and you look up, man, listen, it's going to be harder for you to change because you're so set deeply in your ways, man. That's why that old saying is, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, all right? So hopefully somebody gained some value from this. Let me know in the comment section if you made a mistake in your 20s. How are you looking to rebound? Or if you have not made a mistake, give me some success stories. If you 21 and you a homeowner, let me know. If you 22, 25, 26, and you making over 100,000, let me know in the comment section, man. That's it for this video. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm out. Peace.